Hey FlossTube, I am Danielle and this is my channel Love and Stitchin', a channel all about cross stitch. Today is...
It's an anniversary.
It's an anniversary. It's Thursday, April
the 28th,
2022.
And it is very hard to stare at a green light, so I apologize in advance, FlossTube. I'm new at this.
This is my husband Matt, and so he is off today because not only is it my 1 year FlossTube anniversary tomorrow, today is
our anniversary.
Our wedding anniversary.
Today's today. Maybe you're tomorrow by the time this uploads.
Might be, because we're gonna go hang out afterwards. But this is our 11th wedding anniversary, so I thought it would be fun to have a special guest. He has made a cameo appearance in my FlossTube number 5 or 6 when we were camping in the background with my daughter. But now he's here officially for the introduction of my FlossTube today. So welcome, thank you so much for joining us today. And I appreciate all of you guys being here today. Last video we were celebrating 2,000 subscribers. Today it is the 1 year FlossTube anniversary. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you've had a great couple of weeks. What have we been doing?
We had
Easter.
We did, yeah.
We hid
some, hide eggs. We put some eggs out and then the kids went and found them. They saw them laying on the ground. And then they put them in their Easter basket.
Yeah, so we didn't do a whole lot of hiding for the Easter egg hunt. We did it for the cousins. Okay, he hid put all the eggs out. I stuffed all the eggs with my mother.
She did so much more work.
I don't know. Either way, it was a team effort. The kids had a great time. They had fun going out and getting the eggs no matter what. Our kids had Easter baskets that morning. And they had, I think their favorite thing from the Easter basket would have been the remote control cars that they got.
Mine was all of their chocolate. I'm still working on it.
Yeah, so he gets all the chocolate. We hide it from them because otherwise, I'm pretty sure on the drive home, my daughter had gotten into like 3 or 4.
It was a rough night.
Yeah, pieces of chocolate and we did not realize it.
But on the bright side, she had a great Easter. She may not remember it because she was in a chocolate stupor. But
she enjoyed the chocolate. And the kids also then, the following Tuesday at school, had a Easter egg hunt at school. They had a great time, an Easter egg party. So lots of Easter going on, lots of fun. And then beyond that, it has been work. And you have been, what have you been doing outside?
I made a mistake, FlossTube, and I agreed. I made the decision we're going to put a deck on this side of the house so that my children had a flat area to have, things that normal people have, like a little swing set, place for the wife to go outside, things like that. And that's taken up every weekend since.
And evening.
That too.
So we live in East Tennessee.
On a hill.
We live on a hill. And
the hill starts at the front yard and it doesn't end until it gets to the neighbor's yard on the other side.
Yeah, it's like this. I mean, it's like this. It's
Green
bad. It's very bad. And so our deck, we do have a double deck, but it's very high up, obviously, because of that hill. And it's just not a great outdoor space for the little kids because I have the fear of something happening. And there's not a lot of space out there for them to do things. So we have a side area that he is building a 16 by 24 deck. And it's
the deck is there, by the way.
Yeah, the deck is done.
We just have to now secure it so that our children don't jump off the backside and turn it into like base jumping without the parachute.
Right, with the railing. And he's going to put a pergola up. So we're going to do all of that. He's going to do all of that. I'm going to watch the kids while he does that and so they don't fall off. So that has taken up a lot of time for us, but it's been busy. It has been good, all that stuff. So he's going to be here and be my Vanna White and show off the previous finishes. So in the spirit of anniversaries, I stitched our ring bearer pillow. And so I was going to show that. I've not shown that before. So if you'd like to hold it up, he's making sure it's going the right way.
We practiced this beforehand. I got it right now.
There we go. This is by Jbw Designs. I can't remember if I got the pattern or if it was in a magazine somewhere, but I did find the pattern on 123 Stitch, and that's how I remembered that it was Jbw Designs because, hold it back.
Oh.
There you go. I stitched it 11 years ago.
She does it so much better on Wheel of Fortune than I do.
And it is with a purple, probably DNC, and my mother finished it for me, and so she stitched it into the pillow, and she did this beautiful lace around it. She actually kept all of the cross-stitch fabric. So this is all cross-stitch fabric around it. So I stitched it on a very large piece of fabric. 28 count white. I'm gonna go with Monaco is what I think I stitched it on. And then it's got a satin back.
Monaco sounds like a great place to visit.
That would be like Morocco, I think.
Isn't Monaco like a real place?
Morocco, I think.
I'm not good at geometry or geography.
So there's the finish.
Or geology.
We're always laughing. My 4-year-old and 2-year-old
makes me smile.
niece carried this, and there were rings that were stitched on it, like just little cheap gold rings. We did not trust them with the real things because they were 2 and 4, and so we held on to those. But anyways, I love it. It's stitched,
yeah, the real ones.
The real one. And so it just sits on a shelf in our living room for us to enjoy.
Yeah, it's just over there.
It's over there. And then the second one is a gift. I don't have all of the details on it, but if you are interested in the details, just send me a message, post below, let me know, and I can get those for you. This was stitched by my cousin, who was also in that video, where he made the cameo when we were camping last summer, Donna, and so she is also a stitcher. And she gave this to us for our wedding. She brought it all the way from Colorado, and I'm sorry for the glare. Hopefully you don't see my messy kitchen behind us, and living room. Everything's a mess. And so this is the piece, if you want to hold it back. She framed it all by herself because she's an amazing framer, and that's something that she used to do. And she brought it with her, like I said, all the way from Colorado. I remember her telling me that she was so worried about the transit of it, but it arrived safely, and it hangs in our hallway, and so I love it. So those are the 2 anniversary pieces that I thought I would share for previous finishes today. So before we go hang out, the kids are at school. We dropped them off this morning, which was fantastic. He took the day off so that we could hang out. He's gonna go work out. I'm gonna sit back and chat with you guys for a little bit on cross stitch, and then we're gonna go hang out for the rest of the day. So I will say goodbye to you. Have fun working out. All right, let's move into my current stitching. And so I did not go according to my plans, of course. I do have some things that I've been stitching on that were part of my plans. I haven't really gotten to any patriotic stitching or much of my summer stitching. Other things have taken over, and work and life, and so my plans just kind of went out the window, but that's okay. So I am going to share with you what I've got done though. So I've got 5 fully finished, a couple other finishes, and then plenty of whips still going in the pile. So I am going to jump into the 5 fully finished. And so the first one is, I've actually got 3 of them that were from my whips from 2021. So marking those off my list, which I'm very excited. So the first one that I jumped into, I went through all of my whips for summer after last video, and I was like, okay, what do I want to go ahead and work on? And this one was so close to a finish that I figured, let me just pick it up and see if we can pull it out, and I did. So let's see, I do have the cover photo. So this is Happy Camper by Stitching with the Housewives. It's a What's in My Cup, but I decided to stitch it separately and not do the cup. So I stitched the top part and the bottom part, and I just left the cup out. So the way that I envisioned this last year when I started it was in 2 pieces on top and bottom, and this is the finish that I came up with. And this is just a little unfinished wood piece that I painted white, and it is from, I think it might actually be from Walmart now that I think about it. It doesn't say on here, but I think it's from Walmart. And I had just picked it up, it was in my stash. And so like I said, I stitched each one individually, no cup. Now I did add another tree back here. I think there's only 2 trees because the cup would have normally been here. But I added another one hoping it kind of looked like the truck was going through the woods or, the mountains or wherever they're going camping. So that's what I was going for there. I don't think I changed any of the colors, but I don't have any information on that because, like I said, I started this last year and just finished it up. And so I added some fabric. I think this was a fat quarter from Joann's, and then just a green bow. And this is a little compass that was from some fabric that I used for my son's room. That's like some adventure fabric. And it's got, let's go on an adventure, some trees, all this stuff. And then it had just this little compass. So I just kept that piece out, put it as a covered button, and I thought it worked perfectly. So this will be a summer piece that I will put out. So I guess technically I did do a little bit of summer stitching, just not the things that I initially thought I was going to be working on. Okay, so my next one is the May, what is this? 9 patch by Primrose Cottage stitches. I used all the called for colors. I am keeping it in just a little unfinished wood box that I think was from either the Dollar Tree or Michael's, but it was very inexpensive, whatever it was. And so what I did with this one is I just mounted it on some coordinating fabric and then put some yellow rickrack behind it to highlight the yellow butterflies. And this was a quick one and super cute. So because I'm not going to be stitching these in May because of my Mania plans, I decided to go ahead and stitch May and June and get them done. I mean, May needed to be done anyways before then, but to go ahead and get them done to where I'm not worrying about them next month. So that is the May one. And they released, what was it, July, August, and September. Oh my gosh, they are so cute, and they will be purchased after May probably because I'm not gonna be working on them in May. So I just figured I'd wait, but that is the May one. Okay, I've got stuff everywhere. So I'm just trying to keep coordinated. Okay, 2 more that were from my list from 2021. This is one that I've been working on all year, and I finally finished it up. Just decided to go ahead and do it. And this is, let me show you the cover. Liberty Lane Pillow by Donna. And I did make some changes to this, and I'll kind of explain why. And this was a release from last year, I think. And okay, so I stitched this on 28 count coffee tea-dyed Monaco. I started it in Mania last year. With Mania Donna, there is always some 1/1 or 2/1 or whatever you want to do, over 1 stitching. And so that is what the words are in this. So if you look at the pattern, you've got Liberty, Hope, Faith, and then Bless Our Land. So that is all over 1 stitching. And I can do over 1 stitching, I have learned, if it's on 25 counts. If it's something smaller than that, it's going to be a struggle for me. And so I think I started up here with the white, which was Hope. And I did not like how it was looking. I didn't like how the stitches were. I was getting frustrated. And so I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm not going to stitch this. I'm going to do something different. I had already stitched the yellow stars down here. And I didn't really want to take them out. And technically, I guess if I didn't want to do any words, I could have just finished it there and folded it up and not had to take it out. It wouldn't have shown. It would have been glued on the back or whatever. But I liked the words, and so I still did want to have something there. And so what I did is I essentially took her design, because this is very similar to her design. I took her design and made it just bigger. So I made it to where it was 2/2 stitching. I went to a design that I've got a program on my computer that I just put it in and stitched it out. Now, because it's not over 1, it wasn't gonna fit, like I couldn't fit hour in the crosses. So I just did that in backstitch. And I'm actually really happy with how it turned out, kind of freehanding it essentially and trying to make it work with what I was able to do. So I did learn a lesson though. Any Mania Donna patterns I'm gonna do, they're going to be in 25 count Lugana. So I can do that over 1 because it was just too much of a struggle for me to do. Okay, so I backed it with some red check fabric, probably from Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I think. It's not Priscilla's fabric there. And this is on a board a star that I got from Michael's on clearance after last year. And there is like, I'll show you on the back. I think it got cracked, and so it was glued back together, but with the way that I was able to put it together, you can't tell, so it doesn't matter. And so then it just stands on its own. I did a bow. I think this was some fabric or ribbon from Hobby Lobby last year. And this star or heart blue button was definitely from Hobby Lobby in a pack that has several different colors of just shimmery hearts. So that is the finish for that one. So I did have a patriotic finish also, at least. That one was really close to being finished. I just had to do the red house and the words and then that last sheep. So he got finished up. And during my last video, I was really close to a finish on this one for my It Be Tuesday style with Java Girl Stitches. And this is Trees and Bees. I didn't do anything different on this one, by Cottage Needleworks. I used all the called for colors. And it was one that I started in Mania last year, and it took me, almost a year to finish. But here is the full finish of it. And so I stitched it on 28 count coffee tea-dyed Monaco. Like I said, all the called for colors. I did a yellow rickrack trim around it, and this fabric was, I think it was from Hobby Lobby in the scrap section. that they had just extras of, and I thought it was perfect because it's got both of the pink and the red in the house. And then I did a triple bow up top with a little flower. The flowers in here are pink, but I thought the white was okay too. And then the board I got from Walmart, I think it was like $10 for the board. So I'll probably have to put this in like an easel, or maybe put something on the back to where I can hang it or something. I don't know. I don't know where it's going yet. I would think it would go in my hutch when I do all my bee decorating, but we'll just see when we get there. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm so happy to have this one done. It was one that when it came out last year, I was so excited because it's so cute. So I'm really happy to have it done. So that is my finish. Okay, so those are all my fully finished items. So I will show you the two that other finishes. They are a little bit smaller. So as I just mentioned, I did want to get the 9 patches done for May and June. So I went ahead and I was working on this one this weekend. I did not iron it. There's some wrinkles. And it stitched up, I think, in a day. So I did have a little extra time that day too, but it was really quick. And I did use all the called for colors, lots of red. So I just did all the red first and then filled in with the rest. And that's all one color of red. It's, I think, DMC 666. So really cute. And I will get this one FFO'd and ready for June. That'll be something that I can work on finishing in May while I've got my other whips going on. All right, and then the last one is Summer Wishes and Bumblebee Kisses, and this is from Primrose Cottage Stitches. I'm sure you've seen it in a whole bunch of different places. I forgot to mention, let me mention that. On this one, so I stitched it on 27 count Linda, and it's a gray, and I think this is one of the ones that I got from overseas last year. I can't remember which country it came from. It's from an Etsy shop though. And so I have enough of this. I think I can finish all of the series. I had stitched the first 5 on a mystery count. I think it was a 28 count, but I ran out of it. And so I knew I'd have to switch to something else. And so this I found, and I thought it would work hopefully for all of them. And the white can show up and everything like that. So I think it'll work. Unless there's a gray in one of the upcoming ones that I may have to change to a different color, but I forgot to mention that on that one. Okay, back to this one. It is stitched on 25 count Oatmeal Lugana by Lori Holt, and it's with all the called for colors and a very, very quick stitch. So I did this one for the It Be Tuesday Sal as well, and it's cute. So that one can be another one that hopefully I can start finishing in May. So hopefully I'll have some fully finished things to show you in May, even though I'm going to be working on whips throughout the month of May. All right, let's go into my whips. Speaking of whips, I've got, 6 of them, I think. And so the first one is going to be my ornament. And I am still working on finally at Farmgirl's Santa's Helpers. And I can show you a picture. Let's see. Maybe. There it is. All right. There he is. He's so cute. I've not made much progress because I only stitched on him one Sunday. I did have some other things and some Sundays that I didn't get a lot of stitching in that I was going to work on. So I will be picking him up in May because he's a whip and it's whip mania for me. So this is where I got. I filled in some more of the green and then started working on his belt. So like I said, not a lot of progress. And he is stitched on 32 count. Is the sticker still on here? It is. Pictureless Plus Gingerbread Lugana by, Pictureless Plus. So there he is. So cute. I can't wait to get him finished. And he will be, like I said, hopefully finished in May because I'll be working on him then. All right, so my next one is going to be, let's do Fall on the Farm. And this is Little House Needleworks. And it is the 4th one. I did get the 5th one in the mail. Thank you to double cross stitcher Andrea. She's amazing. It was here like in a day. She had some extra ones because I didn't pre-order it. And so she let me know when those were in, and then I was able to quickly snag one of the few that she had left over. So that one will also be something that I work on finishing up in May because this is a whip. And it's like a series of whips is what I'm going to consider it. Okay, so this is stitched on 28 count Mushroom Lugana. And this is, like I said, the 4th one, and it's not going to be done before the end of the month, but I will pick it up in May, and I'll get it finished, and hopefully also get the next one finished as well. But it's coming along, and it's really cute. and I enjoy working on it. I like this fabric. It's easy to work on. And so, yeah, that's where we're at there. I had a lot of hopes of things that I wanted to get done, that I thought I could get done, that I didn't get done. Isn't that kind of how it goes? Okay, let's do another bee one. And so this is honey delivering honey. It's one of those, and I had my thread pulled at the front, so let's fix that. It is by Stitching with the Housewives, one of their ones for this past month for their Dapper Doodads. This is where I'm at so far. So there's going to be the truck right here. I might have the picture pulled up too, because I am changing the colors, which I've actually seen a lot of people do this. All right, there is the design. And it is called Honey Delivery. And so this is stitched on the fabric that I showed you last time that I had dyed with the apple green and the aquamarine, I think. Or not apple green, it was the dark green. And so you can't really see the speckledness in it, I don't feel like. And I am changing the red truck. I wanted it to match Primrose Cottage stitches with what they're doing. So it is a little bit darker of a blue, but it's still in that same color family. So I think it'll still kind of match and look good when it's all put together. So that's why I went with that color. And I have seen a lot on Instagram changing it from the red truck. But it's just a small start, but I think it'll be really cute. And I'm looking forward to working on more of those. They had a great bee collection that they did this time. Not that the other ones are not, because they're fantastic too. But I just really enjoyed these ones. Okay, let's go into this one before I show you the big one. This is June, sampler of the month, if I can find it. I've got all my samplers in this bag. November, October, no June. Sorry, please hold. There it is. So this is the June sampler of the month. I stitched last year. I think January was my new start for January 2021. And so I stitched January through May, but then I did not finish June. I did July and August, and then the last 4 months I haven't finished. So my goal is to get these ones done by the end of the year. So June was the first one I needed to start with to kind of get back on the bandwagon of working on these. And where I am so far, I was working on this the other day at my son's gym class that he goes to. And it's kind of a hot mess, but this is where I'm at so far. I'm using the called for colors. There might be 1 or 2 colors that's different, but for the most part it's called for. And I had only stitched this top part here as of last year. So I picked it up and I worked on, I haven't done any of the back stitching or the French knots, which I will do colonial knots, and I'll do that all at the end. So I stitched these 2 sections, and then I'm starting it on just finishing the yellow of the house. And I think this picture is really small, so it's hard to see. But it'll go quickly once I get that house scene done, and it's pretty close to being done. Those strawberries and watermelon, lemons, I think those are lemons. The strawberries and lemons, they stitch up really quick. And so there we go. And this is stitched on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. I have that in the bag for all of them. And I've just been working my way across. So this is the last one that will fit on here, and then I've got some more fabric in the bag. And it's in one of my Stitching with the Housewives bags. And that's where I've kept the whole series. So everything is all tucked in there together. It's this one. And like I said, I've got all the patterns that I have not finished right here. So hopefully they'll get done this year. And you might see this one again soon. Hint, hint. All right. My thread is all jumbled. That's okay. Okay, so last time I showed you that I had the fabric picked out. I had some of my floss in, and now I've got all of it, and I have started it, and I have been showing my progress on Instagram as much as possible, and this is Plumstreet Samplers. This is the day. So this is a sal that actually, there's a lot of sals going on, because I think Kimberly mentioned this week that this was probably one of the most popular pieces for market that came out. So they ran out, and they've got more on order. I got mine from Hollis & Hands Creates, I believe. And it came in the mail right after my last video, and I went ahead and stitched it all up. Or not stitched, started stitching on it when the rest of my floss came in. And I do have a couple notes on this because I'd stitched mine differently than the called for fabric. And so I ran into a slight problem that I did not think about. It is stitched on, picture this, plus 28 count Legacy Lugana. And I love stitching on this fabric. And so maybe that's part of why I also love the pattern, is I love everything about it. I love the fabric that I'm stitching it on. I love the colors. I just love it all. Okay, so the sample is stitched on 36 count Barb's Blend linen, 1 strand of floss over 2 linen. I did not take that into consideration when I picked out all of my floss and ordered all of it. And so as I was working on the house and the outline of the bricks, it is stitched in Rosy Glow Classic Colorworks. I am coming to the end of my floss and I still have, I don't know, 2/3 of the house to go in the outline part with that color. And I think it's in some other areas of the pattern too. And so I had to go and I went and ordered duplicates of all of my fancy floss. I'm not worried about the DMC because if I run out of the DMC, I can go to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, anywhere and pick it up. But I was worried about the Classic Colorworks. So I went ahead and I ordered all of those again to get a second skein of all of them. And so this is all of the fabric that is all together and the floss. And I will show you my progress now. All right, let's see. This piece is going to be huge, especially on 28 counts. Someone commented that I think on my Instagram, that it's deceptively bigger because it looks smaller in the picture. And it's probably because it's stitched on 36 count, whereas I've seen people stitching on 32 count and 28 count. It's going to be really big. So I started the first night and I got the entire top border done. And then I started in on the sun, and now I am slowly working on the house. I want to get the door done, and then there's like a door step way down here too. So I want to do that before I go back to the Rosy Glow, which is this color, filling in the outline of the bricks. And then I can just go through and fill in the bricks that way. And I think it'll be an easier way to do it. But having these windows in there was very helpful to go ahead, because then I can just do the Rosy Glow across and have those already in place, and it'll hopefully help my counting. So far, we've been okay on the counting. It's come out pretty good. And then just fill in the roof. That'll be pretty easy to do as well. So that's my goal. This is definitely one you will see throughout May as part of Mania, because I love it. I want to keep working on it. I had hoped before May to get, the entire outline of the house done, but it was not going to happen with the time that I had. All right. So that's that one. It's coming along. And I love working on it. It's a really fun stitch, and it's so pretty, and I love the fabric. All right, so those are all of my whips. Yeah, not too bad for everything that I've got going on. It's been very busy with work. I thought that I was gonna get a break, and I forgot one of my fully finishes. It's sitting right here in front of me. Sorry, I had a phone call. So let me actually go back to that one, and I will share that with you, and then we'll go on to the rest of everything. So I did finish Bunny Bakery, and you guys saw that last time. I stitched it on a Picture This Plus Heritage Lugana, 32 count, called for colors. Yeah. And this is how I have it finished for right now. And these are not glued down. And you can't kind of see everything. He's kind of poking out. I've got these moving around because I don't really know how I want to finish it. So I may still do some finagling and move some stuff around. But I do have it on like a 10, like the one that Priscilla and Chelsea used. But mine is from LTD Commodities, and it was smaller. And so that's why I chose the smaller camp fabric to make my pattern, to make it all turn out smaller. And this bow is glued up here. I do have the bow glued down at least. That way, if I want to take it off, I can. I didn't want to glue it onto the fabric in case I decided to change it up. But there's just a little bit of glue holding it in. I'm just not completely settled on this top part. The fabric and everything, it's how it's going to be. And then the other thing is that I was going to ask my dad if maybe for these lids, he could make some duplicates so that as I stitch these, I can just glue everything onto the lid, but just have to switch the lids out as opposed to, getting a whole different something to do, or not gluing things down or whatever. So that's how I've got it right now. It's sitting on top of my hutch for the time being. But I love this pattern. So cute. Okay, now we're really done with the stitching. I can't believe I forgot that one. It's sitting right here in front of me. And it's not like it's small. I don't know. All right, so I've got a couple gifts that I wanted to share before we go into the giveaways, and we will do the giveaways before I do haul, so I'll go ahead and get to that first. I've seen some other floss tubers as well who have done, who have talked about this, and I also wanted to share. So Ben Q Lighting, they reached out to me to share with you about the Genie e-reading lamp, and it is a desk lamp. So let me read it correctly. Ben Q Genie e-reading desk lamp. Okay, so they sent me one to try out, and I let them know, I don't have any kind of lighting to compare it to because I've never used any of the fancy lights. I've got pretty good lighting in my house. My husband put up some good lighting in a spot for me in our living room to where I can just flip that light on, and it gives me really good lighting for stitching. But I was very excited to try something different. And I've seen a lot of floss tubers and a lot of stitchers talk about their lighting, and obviously lighting is really important to what we do. So I was like, you know what, I will give it a try and let you guys know. So this is, I'm gonna share it with you just quickly. This is the desk lamp. It is big, but it's got a really solid base, and so it sits really well. And I do have it in my lighting spot, and so I don't always have to turn that really nice light on that my husband put up for me, but I do love both lights. And so it is touch, and so I love that about it. They sent me the gold one, which is super pretty. So you just touch it, it comes on. It's got two settings, so it's got the book reading and the screen reading mode. I generally leave it on the book reading mode, and then you can also adjust the brightness. But if you just want to switch to the other mode, you just kind of hold it down and it switches. And it also kind of takes inventory of what light is around you to kind of help you know what kind of light you're going to need. And so then I keep touching it there. I should not be doing that. This swivels back and forth, up and down. Let's see what else. And then you can adjust this. It's on like a little ball that you can adjust. And it came super easy to put together. There were two screws. I'm trying to remember where they were that I had to put into place. Oh, up here. And so it was folded, and then there's just two little screws. My kids helped me put it together. It was fantastic. They were just as excited about it as I was when I got it. They're like, oh, look how fun. And so they've been enjoying looking at my new light, and it's really pretty. It's aesthetically pleasing to look at. And like I said, I don't have anything to compare it to as far as other lights, but for me, it's perfect. It gives me the light, especially with stitching on black as much as I do. It gives me some really great light that I don't really even have to turn the lights on in the rest of my living room. It's right there in my stitching spot. It gives me great light for me to be able to do what I want to do. So I can stitch in the early mornings. I can stitch at night. The lights can be off when my husband's watching a movie. It's not bothering him to where it's in my area, and it's not like all the way above the ceiling or where the TV is. And so I definitely would recommend this. I'm going to put everything in my notes. And I've also seen, I think Cow Stitcher shared about it, and she does have some of the other lights that are available out there. And she mentioned that she, really loves this one, and it compares really well to them and may even like it better. So if you're looking for a light, I definitely recommend checking it out. There was another stitcher, I'm trying to remember who it was, who shared that her brother has a lot of like computer and other kind of products from this company as well. And so it was funny to make the connection between her lights and his work and things that he does. So I'm gonna put that down below for you guys. And then I did also get some Stitchy Kindness in the mail, and I wanted to share that with you guys because some of it is going to be going to you. But I had Beth reach out to me. She is just across the border in Georgia, and she had some extra fabric. She mentioned that when she got back into stitching, she had kind of gone on a fabric binge until she found her sweet spot with 14 count and 16 count and maybe 18 count too, I can't remember. But she had a ton of 28 count that she was not going to use, and she asked if she could send it to me, and I was like, absolutely. And so then it was a really crazy work week. Things had been really busy, and I got this box in the mail, and after the kids went down, I got to just sit there and open it, and I was just floored and amazed. So Beth, thank you so much. I've already thanked you, and I want to thank you again because it was such a generous gift, and I was so excited to see all of the beautiful fabrics and just kind of look through it. And my husband, thanks you as well because saves him some money on fabric as a little joke. He's very supportive of my stitching, and no problem there. It was just really funny that he made that comment. Anyway, so I wanted to share a little bit of that with you. She sent me 2 project bags. So the Housewives, Jolly Housewives project bags, which I don't think I had these ones. I've got my small one, but I did not get this one. So this is great. And I'm always looking for project bags. And then there was, let's see, I'm going to show you some of the fabric that came. And I know as stitchers, especially if you don't have an LNS where you can, or a local needlework shop where you can go and look at the fabrics, sometimes it's helpful to see the fabrics on like a floss tube. So I was just going to go show you some of the colors that were sent. And it was a box of fabric, and it's fantastic. This is Linda cloth, which I am stitching the Primrose Cottage 9 patch on is the Linda cloth, and I love 27 count, and it is the ivory color. And Fat Quarter Shop does carry Linda as well, because I think when it comes to like the black, 27 counts are really great compromise if you can't find 28 count Monaco, or if you just don't like the 28 count Monaco, or whatever the case may be. So there's some 28 count Jbw that's also from Fat Quarter Shop. And then these, let me show you the stack of just gorgeous fabrics. Oh my gosh. I've not dispersed it into my stash yet because I wanted to share it with you, but I'm really excited to go disperse it into my stash and start stitching on it. This is 28 count Glacier Lugana, and it's so pretty. And there's 2 of these, it looks like. Beautiful. This is 28 count Pansy Lugana. So purple, so pretty. It's good for spring. It's my favorite color. Even like maybe some Valentine's Day. And let's see, the black Linda. So like I said, Linda cloth. And navy Lugana, Lugana. And then there's some, I think this is, it's a white. It might be Monaco, I'm not sure. And then this is Crystal Dwarf Lugana. And it's got like that shimmery color that'd be really pretty for some winter stitching. Some wheat Lugana. And this is what I am the mushroom Lugana is what I'm stitching the Fall on the Farm on. And that's a very large piece of mushroom Lugana. And this one is really fun. This is Jazz. This is Jazz Lugana. It's got some really fun purple in there, blue and purple. So that one was fun. And let's see what else. This is 32 count Platinum Lugana. And some more blacks. I think these are the black Lindas. And Blueberry 28 count Lugana from Crossed Wing Collection. So another very pretty, fun color. And let's see. There are some more in here. This is Brash Lugana. And Huntress Lugana. Interesting name. Very pretty. And then light blue, 32 count Lugana. So that'll be great for a lot of different things. And then some 28 count Monaco that she said that she had bought to dye, but she's not going to. So I will happily use that for some dyeing. And then she did include some patterns that I did not have. And so this is a Primrose Cottage Stitches pattern. And it's one of their new releases, I think, and it's so cute. And we have birdhouses outside on our deck that the kids love to watch the birds. And so I'm excited to have that one. And then I did not have these ones from Fat Quarter Shop and Lori Holt. So it's Sew by Row. And then Flea Market Baskets, which I think this is the one that they're using for the monthly one that Kimberly's doing. I can't remember what they're calling it. I can't remember. And then this is by Petal and Pusher. Cute. So thank you so much. And I do have some goodies that I'm going to share with you guys because she said if I had any duplicates, things that I already had, I could share them with you. So I did have a couple in there. And so those are going to be the giveaways for today for celebrating my 1 year floss tube anniversary. And so let me just move everything around. And I think I said I was going to do giveaways before I did Oh, that was Stitch of Kindness. Okay, we still haven't done haul yet. Okay, so we're gonna do giveaways now, and then we will do haul and my May plans. So we are closing in. Okay, so for the giveaways, I did go and I got sticky notes, and so I know what my numbers are, and I know how to count now and keep track. So if you remember, this is the first one, and this is Flossy Claus. For the giveaways, I am going to put my email address in the description box, or you can send me if you want to on Instagram. All my information is below, so just send me a note. I've got what you won, but go ahead and let me know in the email as well. Send me your address so that I can mail it out to you. I will probably mail on Tuesday and Thursday next week because that's when I drop my kids off and I go right by the post office. So that'll just make it easy on me to get there. All right, and be 18 because I need to catch your address and everything like that. And so this is going to Chris_cross_stitch. And this is your YouTube name in case there's any duplicate names out there. So number 1, Chris Cross Stitch. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy that one. And number 2 goes to Tina McNamara. And I think I said that right. So congratulations. Number 3 is Darlene Jbw Designs. Darlene, I love your floss tube. This is number 3. Send me a note. And number 4 is to Whitney Labbe, L-A-B-B-E. I don't know if I said that right, but Whitney, congratulations. Number 4 is Nancy Evans. Congratulations, Nancy. Number 5 is Amanda Corbett, and this is the fabric, the brown fabric. So Amanda. All right, number 7 is Meryl Brink, and this is the lavender mist fabric. And then number 8 for the Forget-Me-Not blue linen, this is going to the Happy Stitcher. So congratulations, guys. Thank you so much for commenting on my video. Thank you for following along. I really appreciate it. And so I do have 2 giveaways for today. And so this is in celebration of my first year on Floss Tubes. And thank you guys so much for your support for this first year. It's been a lot of fun. So the first one, these are both courtesy of Beth. So thank you again, Beth. This is the entire series, and I meant to grab my finish. I'll show that next time for May. I'll put May up there and I'll show it next time. For the hands-on design, what is this? See, a year in chalk. A year in chalk. So I have stitched all of them, and she sent me the entire series. And so you will get this if you just put number 1 in the description box for your comment. I will ask a question here in just a minute, and you can just answer the question and put number 1. So if you want to receive that, it's very, very, very generous. Thank you so much. And then number 2 is going to be linen. As I told you guys, I'm not good at linen. This is the 28 Camp Black Linen. It's an 18 by 27 piece. I believe this is probably from Fat Quarter Shop. Either way, it is a 28 Camp Black Linen. So number 2. For the giveaways, please don't say giveaway, winner, any of those keywords. Please be a subscriber, like the video, and then comment, and be 18 years old or older, because I do have to ask for your address. And so with that, I will get these out, the other giveaways out, and then just let me know. And for the question, what is your favorite season to stitch? I was looking through my whips. I've got a ton of summer, but if you look at my decor, it would definitely be fall, because I have so much fall stitching, or Christmas, which isn't a season, but in my house, I would call it a season because we love Christmas so much. So those are the 2 things that I have the most stitching on, even the most whips on probably as well. Not as much winter from the standpoint of lots of snow, but I like it in a Christmas scene. And spring, I do like spring, and I do like summer, but if you look at my decor, I've got so much fall, and then Christmas. So those are mine. So share with me what yours are. And then real quick, we'll go through the haul that I received and then talk a little bit about what I'm going to go do for May. Let's see, I've got to move some stuff around. And then we will sign off for the day. All right. So I think I mentioned in my last video that I had ordered this. This is from Jbw Designs, and it was turtles, and she said it was limited edition, and that's all I needed to hear. So there it is. It's so cute. And it did come with the Project Pal. And super nice. This is the first Project Pal I've gotten from her. And it's really cute. So I'm excited. I've got a project that's going to go in this now that I've shown it. And so it will get really good use and love. My June calendar crate came in with the fabric, or with the floss, and so I'm hoping to get that started once May is almost started. I didn't show May. It's over there because I worked on it this morning. So it's almost done. That was one of my whips that I was supposed to show as well, but it's over there. Okay, so I got my Just Cross Stitch magazine in the mail. There wasn't a ton in here that I was like, hey, let's stitch. But maybe something will call to me later. And I have a hand delivery from someone. There's the hands. So I'll show that here in a minute so you can see where I'm at. Oh my goodness, I am very scattered today. I apologize. That's what happens when it's been 3 weeks since you've done a video and your table is completely covered with stuff. All right, so like I said, I got the next one for Fall on the Farm. Thank you to Andrea with Double Cross Stitcher, so that will go in that bag. And then I did get the next, I don't think I've shown these yet, Wreath Swap 2. I think this was after my last video, pretty sure. Super cute. I think I love these ones more than Wreath Swap 1, even though I love Wreath Swap 1. It's just because these are my favorite seasons, or my favorite months. And then I did get the Bumblebee in as well. So that could be a really great It'd Be Tuesday style stitch. And then I needed, what did I need? Something from Hollis and Hands Creates, probably more fabric or thread. And so I went ahead and this is a series that I want to stitch. So I got the first one to me. I'm hoping that eventually I'll get all 12, but this is just the first one. And this is June Quaker. It's by Needleart, or From the Heart, Needleart by Wendy. And so I'm stitching Turtle Quaker. That's my first Quaker. And I think this will be the next Quaker set that I'll do because I do like the look of it. And then I did also get my Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, the magazine. So it was a little delayed in shipping, and so they sent out the digital copy, so I do have that, but now I've got the print copy of it. So that is all of the haul. No, it's not. There's another little bit here. Okay, Floss Fix. This was April. I don't think I had gotten this yet. I think. I apologize if I started this last time. So it's Tropic Blue colors. They're so pretty. So we've got Green Onion, Barrel Cactus, St. Bernard, Poblano Pepper. I have stitched with that one. Shamrock, and Bejeweled. So the other 5 are all new to me, which I love it when that happens because it helps increase the stash. Last piece of all. This is from Dove Stitch. It is a fabric flare piece of fabric. So the new month-to-month series comes out in June for the Housewives. And they're stitching it on like 28 count white Monaco, I think, and Kimberly's stitching it on a white washboard maybe or something like that. So I wanted something kind of with that effect, and this is what I found. So I got just a small piece to try out. I think it might be an 18 by 27 piece, maybe. And I'd have to look at what the name of it was. It doesn't say on here. I'll link it below in case you're interested. But I thought, like, because it's a barn, I thought that would be really cute for the series. And it's still a white, but it's got like this, you know, brown to it. So that's what I'm hopefully going to stitch it on. I'm going to stitch the first one on it, see what I think, go from there. That's why I didn't want to get too much to start with. Okay, last thing. This is the last whip, since I forgot to show you where I was at, because I was stitching on it this morning. This is my May calendar crate. So I've got the small piece done. I showed that last time. It is actually fully finished. But once I get this one done, I'll show the real full finish of all of it. I'm doing it color by color, because last time I was working on the white. So I did get all the white done. I've been trying to share progress on Instagram as to how that's going with filling in all the color. So this morning I finished up the green. I had 2 leaves left of the green, and then I started in on some of the red. So the red is the most vibrant color, and so I think that's really going to make the rest of it pop as I continue to fill in the red. But for the most part, it's fill-in that I've got left. So just like the middle of the flowers, the middle of these quilts up here, and then the barn. It's not full fill-in because there's some white space that I'm going to be leaving. And then down here. So it's almost done. So this will be done quick. I was hoping to have it done by now. It's not, but that's okay. But it'll only take like a night or two to finish it up, and then it should be fully finished for next time. Okay, I think we made it. Okay, so for my Mania plans, I told you guys I was hoping to see you a little bit more throughout May. I've told you that it's going to be a whip Mania. So a little bit more detail. What I have done is I've picked out 7 days. So I'm going to go in a 7-day rotation. So 7 whips for those for each, so 1 for each day. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work on that day. And then the next week I'll pick it up again and we'll see kind of where I'm at. And I would like to film every Sunday to show you the progress that I've made. So there'll be, 7 whips to share every Sunday. And since Mania starts on the Sunday, May 1st, May 8th, I'll have a week of whips to be able to show you guys. So that's my plan. I do have some other small whips that I'm probably going to work on, but I've got the 7 main ones that I want to be working on throughout that time. If I finish one, I'll pick up another one or work on some of the smaller pieces that I want to work on. But my plan is no new starts. It's going to be all completely whip mania. And I think from the comments last time, there's going to be a lot of us that are going to be stitching on whips. So I'll be using on Instagram as I'm stitching and showing progress, the hashtag WhipMania2022. I know that hashtag for the past years has been used. I'm sure it'll be used for this year, but that's what I'm going to do. So we can share our progress and kind of see where we're at. So if you are doing Whip Mania, want to do that, or if you come up with another hashtag that you think would work, feel free to share that with me, and I would love to use that to where we can kind of share where we're at, because I know there's a lot of us who have whips that we want to be working on as opposed to new starts. 2020 is the year that I did like 31, 32 new starts, and that has led to the craziness that is all my whips. And then last year I did maybe half of that, and then the other half I worked on the whips that I had from the previous year, which that was good, but that still led to more whips and not as many finishes. And so I'm slowly working through those whips this year and getting finishes, but I don't need to start 30 new projects. I don't have bags to put 30 new projects in. Regardless, it would be, plastic bags is where they'd be going. And I don't need to add to the crazy. So I need to buckle down and work on some projects that I've already got going. So I will show you, I've kind of teased a couple of what they're going to be. I will show you next time what all those whips are. I will have a week of progress on them. So my plan is to stitch every Sunday, or film every Sunday morning, and then be able to share with you. And I will do the giveaway on May 8th for today's. So you'll have a week and a couple days to enter for that. So please do enter for that. I hope you guys have a great next week. I will be here for Mother's Day, so I will be happy to wish mothers, aunts, grandmothers, friends, everyone a happy day as we celebrate all of the women out there. So have a great week. Get some stitching done, and I will see you soon. Bye.